Welcome back, everyone. Western Mass News is your school authority. One local nurse voicing her concerns about how schools will operate amid the coronavirus pandemic. Western Mass News reporter Briseida Landaverde spoke to her exclusively.
Our hearts are ringing being wrong, and our hearts are broken that we might have to step away from a job that we absolutely love.
School nurses across Western Mass are faced with tough decisions ahead of the upcoming school year. Cheryl Seitler has been a nurse for 10 years at William Cowing Elementary School in West Springfield. She tells Western Mass News she values this position and believes the school district made the right choice to start classes remotely with a phased-in return to in-person learning later in the year. Seitler says her job brings her enormous joy, and it would be hard to walk away from the strong relationships she has built with students and their families. But with health concerns in mind, the decision whether to return to her job this year is up in the air.
We have to really think in our hearts. I know we love to care for our children. They're huge to us. The support and care of them is why we went into this position. But we also have a life, too, that we need to protect, and in some cases, our own lives.
Seitler says there are many worries about how schools will operate amid the coronavirus pandemic. As for Seitler, she says she will receive training in advance.
When we return, we will be working on training and then, of course, getting the needed supplies to the appropriate places. And then, it's going to be, training will involve contact tracing and how do we instruct families on where to get tested and what is the protocol for dismissal.
Seitler says telling the difference between COVID-19 symptoms and flu symptoms will present big challenges for school nurses.
This is the difficulty with this virus. The symptoms mimic so many typical issues with our students, from a runny nose to diarrhea, vomiting.
And Seitler says parents will play a pivotal role in stopping the spread of COVID-19 within the schools.
That's where a lot of the education is going to be needed on what will get your child dismissed. And before that, what do you need to look for before you send your child to school?
In addition, Seitler says school nurses often face challenges getting sick kids home. For example, if parents are at work, it will be even more critical dealing with COVID-19 symptoms.
It's really going to be a very challenging situation, and I think we need to come up with a different solution for those scenarios where the parent is unable to pick them up.
Seitler says the best way for the virus to be suppressed is with a lot of teamwork, education, and training. For Western Mass News, I'm Briseida Landaverde.